Good morning, everyone. Well, we're beginning our last full week of this course, and I know you're all very, very busy getting your final projects finished or started, and and I'm very sorry that you're having to do that in the midst of what should be a holiday weekend. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about that. That's just how the term happened to be scheduled. Your work is all due on Tuesday, the 7th of June. And I don't mean the final project that's due tonight or Sunday night. What I mean by that is that if you have any past due work, if you have short papers or milestones that you either have not submitted at all or that you would like to revise, all of those past due assignments or revisions have to be submitted on or before Tuesday, the 7th of June. That is a hard deadline. It cannot be extended because all of your grades have to be in by the 9th of June. And I have no leeway there, so please don't even ask me to extend the deadline. I can't do it. I want to remind you of a few things in this very short video. The first, and maybe the most important to you, since you've been deprived of this holiday weekend, is that you have reading and reflection days on Thursday and Friday of this coming week, which is to say the 2nd and 3rd of June. On those days, usually your initial post on your discussion board would be due on Thursday night at midnight in whatever time zone you are. But this week, you get to delay that until Tuesday, the 7th. So don't worry too much about the deadline for your discussion board, because that has been extended until the 7th of June. But do be thinking about the topic, which is, I hope, one that will interest you a little bit. At least it gives you permission to let your imagination not run wild exactly, but go to work. We need a little bit of creative and intelligent imagination in the legal system, because the issue on the discussion board this week is, how can the justice system be improved? How can it be reformed, revised, reworked, reimagined, so that it actually does what it's supposed to do within a reasonable time? This whole term, we've been trying to balance judicial efficiency with justice. And as you have seen, they don't always balance very well. Because we are like magpies as a race, and we like we like shiny new things. We seem to hie after new technologies and new trinkets, new things that will supposedly make our judicial system work better. Computers and software programs and apps and cameras and whatever. And that's great. It's always good to have your mind open to innovation, because sometimes that innovation really is very helpful. But sometimes it's better to remember, to sit back and calm down and remember the purpose of the judicial system, which is to produce a just result for everybody involved. That's not always a fair result. It's not always it is usually a fair result. It's not always the desired result. Justice and mercy are not the same thing, for instance, and justice and winning, depending on what side you're on, are also not always the same thing. So what you're looking for in a well-functioning judicial system is a just result in every case. That's the ideal, no matter whether we're talking about a civil case or a criminal case. In our country, we have a good judicial system. I'm not going to knock it, but it's not perfect, and it could be better. And this discussion board in this 8th week is allowing you, as people who've now been exposed to some of the sides of the judicial system, to to imagine how it could be better. What could be done to make it better? More technology, less technology, more human contact, less human contact. Should we go backward a little bit, perhaps, and do things in person that we have begun to do either on camera or via computer? Should we, on the other hand, move toward doing more things on computer or via camera or telecommunications in some way? What would be the best way we could change our judicial system to make it efficient? Because efficiency is important. There's only a limited amount of money to go around. But also making it just. We cannot, and I can't emphasize this enough, we cannot make efficiency our primary goal. It never will be, or never should be. Justice should be the primary goal. Efficiency is a wonderful, laudable secondary goal. I applaud it. I think it's absolutely necessary, but it isn't the real purpose of the judicial system. If we wanted just to make efficiency the judicial system, the best way to do that would be to eliminate the parties. No parties, no lawyers, just a judge, just a clerk, just a reporter. They go in, they read the stuff, they type up a result, they mail it out. That's so efficient. It would work beautifully. It would save so much money. Would it be just? Absolutely not. Of course not. It's ridiculous. So, what I want you to do this week is to put yourself in the shoes of someone who's been empowered to change our judicial system, and using the knowledge that you've gleaned about computer programs, about cameras, maybe about from your own life experience, what has made your life more efficient, what has made your job more efficient, and apply that newly acquired or old knowledge to the judicial system and see what we could do to make it better. The real question that's at the bottom of this, the serious question at the bottom of this discussion board, is the question of whether it is possible in this country for poor people to have access to justice on the civil side or on the criminal side. And the answer to that, more and more, is no. It's really not. It's really, I shouldn't say it's not possible, it's not probable that someone who has no money to hire a lawyer, no money to file the proper forms, no money to follow through with responses to discovery, as we've been talking about for the last week, and I know you're tired of talking about discovery, but it's important. If you are poor, if you don't have money, if you don't live in a place where the legal aid system or the public defender system is good, is adequate, and can provide you at low cost or no cost with good legal representation, if you don't live in one of those increasingly rare areas, can you even hope to get justice through our court system? I don't want to give up hope on it. I don't think we should do that yet, but we need to do something to make sure that the most vulnerable and least powerful, let's say, among us can still have equal access to justice. It's important. You shouldn't have to have tons of money to be able to get justice through our court system. That's not the point. The point is for everybody to be treated equally before the law. So, before I start preaching, which I could do, I'll be quiet and wish you a great deal of luck in this last week. It's been my very great pleasure to get to know you through your writing and your reactions to our topics. I wish you the best of luck in all your other classes, in your graduation if you're graduating, and in your futures. Bye.